Hello! I wasn't intending on doing a video today, but I started to clear out my bedroom a bit and I got a bit like carried away, and I wanted to start sorting out all of the stuff that I have previously got rid of from all my other minimalism videos. This video will just show you, basically showing you what to do once you've decided to get rid of something. So whether you should sell it, whether you should donate it, whether you should throw it out, whether you should give it to friends, and kind of I'm going to go through all of my stuff and make those decisions and talk you through it. I'm going to be showing you my spare room, which is an absolute tip. It's crazy, but I work full time and I have been doing daily videos, so it's been at the back of my mind kind of the last thing I've wanted to do or made time for. So I did get rid of a lot of clothes from when I first cleared out my wardrobe because I donated a lot to my friends and my family, but the rest has just been sat in a bin liner, and I've been waiting to go through it to decide what I could possibly sell on eBay and what would I should just donate to a charity shop. So yeah, don't judge me for leaving it so long, because I think it's been about 2 months or so since I did that minimalism video, and that's not very minimal, is it, to keep things hanging around the house? But as I said, I've been busy, and this is real life. I'm not here to be fake. This is just how things happen sometimes, and maybe other people are much more proactive with this sort of thing, but I'm the sort of person who can be quite disorganized, and in this sort of way. I'm just organized in other ways, but I'm disorganized with getting things done like this. So I've just kind of avoided it because I know it's quite an annoying task to do. But firstly, I want to show you something just as a little side note. I used to have a bedside table, and I was cleaning out my bedroom and I realised, why do I have this bedside table? It's just annoying. And it had this salt lamp on it, and it had my moisturiser, and it had bio oil on there, and some tea tree oil, and it had hand cream and some like pieces of paper, and it's where and some candles, and it's where I shove my camera and like my hard drives and stuff when I'm editing in the morning, because I often edit in bed. And I just thought, it's one of those desks or tables that gathers dust because it's black, so it was always dusty. No matter if I dusted it the day before, it would get dusty that day, which was just really annoying, and it was just somewhere to plonk things. So I just thought, what would happen if I got rid of it? Because I can put all these things in places. I have places for all this stuff. So like, I've put all of my beauty stuff away, and I've put the salt lamp on the radiator, and I've just decided, well, if I'm editing, I can have my camera and my hard drive with me, but then when I'm done, I'll just put them away. So I just think it's just clearing, it's just these little things that you do with minimalism where you have that mindset that changes the way you look at things, and instead of thinking I'm gonna have a bedside table because everyone has bedside tables and that's where you put your drink, that's where you put your lamp, I figure, like, what, I have a table next to my bed that gathers dust and dirt, and like underneath it was so dusty. Like, I don't know if you can see, you can't see, but in real life, this area here, sorry about my nails, this area here is like clean because I mop it regularly, but this area is all like dusty and horrible because it just doesn't get mopped, because it's just a place to gather dust, it's a place to get dirty. And the more I do this whole minimalism thing, the more I realise these things of just like, it's unnecessary furniture and unnecessary things that hold stuff, and that's what I'm going to be doing when I do my living room, is getting rid of a lot of the maybe 1 or 2 pieces of furniture in my living room just because we don't use them, and I think it just enables us to leave stuff on it. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna show you. So I'm gonna be totally foolproof here, and this is my spare room. And as you can see, there is a whole, this is all the stuff I'm getting rid of. So that bin liner there is all of the clothes that I got rid of, minus clothes that my friends and family wanted. And so that's just clothes that I need to sort through to decide whether I'm donating it or selling it. Those clothes there are ones I started doing this a couple weeks ago and I gave up because I got hungry. And that's clothes that I know that I'm gonna sell because they potentially will sell. That bin liner is, again, another bag that I think I'm gonna donate. Here is just junk. I think that's a bag of socks, because I don't know what to do with socks, because somebody, when I got rid of all my socks, I just thought, well, there must be a place that you can donate old socks to, because they can use the material for it. So if anyone knows about anything like that, but I'll have a look online. And then here is more shoes and stuff, just more stuff and then there's my kitchen stuff, and there's my friend's pair of shoes. I won't be getting rid of those. She left them here last time she came. Yeah, and there's my kitchen stuff that I'm getting rid of. And yeah, basically I need to just go through it. So when you're clearing your stuff out, it's not, you know, people sort of just show themselves clearing out their wardrobe and then, oh, it's all done, like there we go, all wonderful, and you kind of left out the part where you have to get rid of all this stuff, which is actually, I think, the hardest part. I find this really tedious. So the first things first I would do is to go to close friends and family if they live nearby, or if you're visiting them, just take the big bag of clothes and say, hey, do you want any of these? I'm getting rid of them. I did that with my sister when I went to London, and I have asked her if she wanted anything, because she's the person who immediately I would think might want some of it. And yeah, so ask friends and family, see if they want it, because there's a big chance that they will want a lot of the stuff. And it's better to donate, you know, just to see, because it's a nice little present in a way. And then the next thing you want to do is go through it and see if there's anything of value there. So this is a great way of saving money or getting some money out of the stuff that you sell. So I'm going to be trying to sell, I've done this in the past, where I just put everything on eBay that has some kind of name to it. So Topshop, H&M, ASOS, or any designers, or anything that is like in fashion or a good quality item of clothing. So I have a coat that hasn't got any brand name to it, but I got it from a charity shop years ago, and it's a really, really good quality coat. It's really heavy, really good heavy duty coat, and it's like a camel coloured coat, like long, so it's quite a fashionable coat, and I know that that potentially might get me like 10-15 quid or something. So yeah, and then you want to sort through anything that could sell and decide to sell that, and I choose to sell that on eBay because it's easy. You can just take photos, do it on your phone, and then upload it straight away, and it gives you advice on how much to start the bidding at. And yeah, so I'll sell on eBay, and then a lot of the time when you sell stuff on eBay it doesn't even sell because nobody found it and nobody wants it. And if that's the case, the stuff that doesn't sell I will just donate. And then I've already thrown out anything that was just disgusting or ripped, or like just you couldn't even donate it. I threw out a handful of things that were dirty or ripped, or just they'd reached the end of their life and a charity shop wouldn't want them. So the rest of the stuff that I don't end up selling or don't just giving to a friend, I will donate to my local charity shop. But this is, I mean, might seem a really obvious video, but I just thought it'd be interesting. If I'm doing it, I might as well show you, because my minimalism series are my most popular videos on my channel, so I find it interesting to watch this kind of stuff. I don't think I've ever watched a video where someone's done this, so yeah, I'll show you the process and the piles that I end up creating with things to get rid of. Let's get clearing up! So I'm going to tackle this bag. Now this room, you might be wondering, you might be thinking, I'm crazy, I'm so messy, how are you minimalist? And as I've said in my other videos, anyone can be minimalist, anyone can choose to try and reduce their carbon footprint and to try and be tidier, try and be, you know, just hold less stuff. Anyone can do it. You don't have to be a typical extreme minimalist who is super organised, super tidy and has nothing in their home. I think that this lifestyle, everyone should use this in their life to try and clear out, spend less money, be better for the environment, all of these things, waste less stuff. So I'm not the most organised person, and I can be quite messy sometimes. And I'm tidy, but I'm also messy. I think everyone has a tidy side and a messy side. This room is like this because we're intending to make it into an office, and that's why there's like lamps and printers over there. So we have that box there has some legs in it, and we have a piece of wood, and we're going to be making a desk, and I will do a video on it when we do it. So yeah, that's why it's all a mess, and then we're going to make this into a nice office, so it's a really nice room for us to enjoy and for me to edit my videos at, because at the minute I just do it in my bed and I don't think that's that good to do that. Yeah, I want to make it all nice in here. You can see that in my videos in the future, hopefully, as I transform this room. I'll take you all through it. But yeah, first things first is tackling this huge bag of clothes, because it's got just so much stuff. So things like bikinis, definitely don't think that I can sell those. I can donate them though. I think the charity shops take bikinis, so all these bikinis are going to go into the donation pile. I'm going to make two piles initially. One will be donate, one will be sell. So that's going straight into the donate pile. These shoes definitely going to the donate pile, because as you can see they're really beaten up. I couldn't sell them on eBay if I wanted to. Also, another thing, if you have things like, if you are really looking to earn some money and you have a lot of things like a whole bag of stuff and you don't really just want to donate it, you actually want to get some money from it. But you have things like this which are quite beaten up, because these sorts of things, from my personal experience on eBay, they just won't sell. There are groups on Facebook called selling sites, and you can just type in your local area and then selling site, or just type in selling site. So I type in selling site Cornwall, and there's one in my local town, there's one for pretty much every single town in Cornwall, and even every sort of area in Cornwall. You can put bulk items on there, or you can put things like this on there and say 99p or something, or £2, and people will buy them, more so than they would do on eBay, and it's like collection only. So that's a way of doing it for people who like live nearby. That's another great, I think that they are amazing, those sites, because they're really busy. There's always people putting stuff on there, and it's just such a great way to donate and reuse things rather than buying new things, because somebody will get use from it. So I could potentially put all of these shoes on there saying, I'm a size 8, anyone want to take all these shoes off my hands if you're a size 8 too. But I think this time I'm just going to donate, because it's not, for me at the minute, I'm not too fussed about getting that extra, what, tenner or something, and I'd rather just donate them to charity. If you watched my other video, clearing out my cupboard, I had to get rid of a lot of heels, because as I said, I used to be a heel fanatic. I was never a bag person, I was always a heel person, and I would spend all of my money on heels, which makes me very sad, because if there's one thing I can advise you, if you're younger, although I don't know how many people watch these videos are younger, most of them are my age or around thereabouts. If you are younger, if you're a teenager and you're tempted to spend all your money on shoes, do not do it. Save your money, because when you're my age, you will kick yourself because you have no savings and all you have is this to show for it. So I had a part-time job all through uni pretty much, and I spent all of my extra money on things like this and dresses and getting drunk. So I don't have any savings, well, any significant savings at this age, because I wasted my money on material things, and that's something I'm having to bear the brunt of now, and I've learnt my lesson, because, you know, I'm not interested in this anymore. This is something that's fleeting. This is something that you have when you're younger and it's fun and stuff, but having an extra pair of shoes isn't going to make anyone like you anymore, so don't worry about it, don't bother. Enjoy fashion, of course, but don't get carried away like I did. But I will sell these, because these are not worn that much. I mean, they look worn on the bottom, but I've worn them maybe 2 or 3 times, and they are from Zara, and they will get probably 15-20 quid or something, and they're in pretty good nick. They're very pretty, aren't they? Oh, this is so soft, it's like a rug. Yeah, someone commented on one of my minimalist videos, I can't remember which one it was, but they said, oh, that's not very minimalist, or that's a normal, I think it was my bathroom one, they said, oh, that's a normal amount of stuff, toiletries to have, like this isn't minimalist. I've stressed this throughout my videos, that there isn't one set way to be minimalist, there isn't one set way to call yourself a minimalist. If you are trying to reduce the things that you own, and you are trying to be less wasteful, if you are trying to be more organised, if you're trying to just have less things in your life, then you can call yourself a minimalist. There's no strict, you know, design for what a minimalist is, and what could be minimal to you will be very materialistic to somebody else, and vice versa. So I'm not going to just overnight throw out all of my things, because I don't want to. I want to keep the things that I enjoy currently, and I know as I'm doing this, I slowly over time want to get rid of more, because that's just naturally the feeling you get, because your approach is different, your approach to life is different, and yeah, slowly over time I will probably get rid of all of my heels, and probably, you know, get rid of a lot of my clothes, because I just think I'll especially because I'm older, I'm not dressing up or going out like I used to, so I won't have a purpose for them, and also my general outlook on things will change. But for now, I'm doing the initial stage in my journey of minimalism to just get rid of anything that's unnecessary currently, and clear everything out. And I know that it would make my life so much easier in the future if I move house, because I will eventually move out of here, and when I go travelling and all of that, it will make my life so much easier to have done this now. So yeah, don't feel intimidated by other videos on YouTube of minimalism when everything's white and perfect and they don't own anything, and that's what, you know, they're already there. As I've said, it's kind of like weight loss. If you're not there yet, it's a journey, and you're changing your outlook, and things are changing and everything's happening slowly, and that's what it is for me anyway. And it's kind of like veganism as well. Some people get rid of all of their leather goods, and they get rid of all of their makeup that's cruelty has been tested on animals. And other people will take time to do that. I personally took time to do that. I think maybe have, I don't think I have any leather items anymore, but I do have wool items. It's different to everyone as long as you're not repurchasing things. Like, I'm not going shopping at the minute in terms of minimalism, and I'm not buying products, animal products anymore, then it's fine. It's your, whatever else in between is up to you, and it's your interpretation of something. So yeah, I just thought I'd say that. I think it should be open to everybody, and I would like to encourage every single person to do this, because it has changed my life and my outlook, and it means that from now on I'm going to be saving my money rather than spending my money. I'm going to be stress-free of these pressures of having lots of stuff and owning a big house and, you know, all these materialistic, superficial things. I'm going to be free from. It's going to improve my life so much, and I have that philosophy and outlook now, which I'm so grateful for. And yeah, as long as that, I want everyone to do it, no matter who you are, because it's a great approach to have, and it doesn't have to be this crazy hippie weird, not even hippie, but it doesn't have to be this crazy weird way of life that is extreme. It can be, anyone can do it. Anyway, I've ranted for too long, so I'm gonna do this and then update you in a little while where I'm at. So here is what I'm donating. So these are all shoes that are a bit beaten up, bikinis and some clothes. And then this is my pile of things I'm selling from there. And then up here are 2 jackets that I know my sister will like, so I'll give them to her. And there's a pair of shoes I'm selling. And now I've got to go through this bag and this bag. I totally forgot that these are the 2 bags that I'd already gone through. So those in there is just like loads of fancy dress stuff. I don't know if you watched my bathroom video, but I had a huge box of fancy dress, and that's all the junk that I don't need. In here's stuff to donate, and then in here's the stuff I'm donating that I just sorted through, and then that's to give to my friend. And now I've got this stuff to do. Now I'm finished. I've done 3 bin liners to donate. I have 1 bag of tights and socks that I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do with, and then in there is some kitchen stuff, and I will wrap that up, don't worry. Here is my stuff that I will sell, and I will wash all of that and clean it all up, clean all the shoes up and put them all on eBay. I'll let you know in a vlog when I'm selling them if anyone wants to buy any of my clothes. And then those I'm gonna give to my sister. And yeah, once all this stuff is gone, it's gonna be a lot clearer in here, and we can start getting on with sorting out our office. And also hangers, I need to figure out what I'm gonna do with hangers. What do you do with hangers? Can you donate them to a charity shop? Maybe. We'll find out. I might take them there and ask them, because I have no use for them anymore. So I've just come back in my bedroom because the lighting is a lot better in here. I underestimated how organised I'd actually been. I thought that that was just a big pile of mess, but in that mess there was kind of some kind of organisation, where the few bin liners that were there, both 2 of them had been sorted already, and just 1 of them needed to be looked through. So yeah, I highly recommend when you actually clear out to do that straight away, to put them in bags or piles to sell or to donate straight away. But obviously if you don't have the time or whatever, then do it at a later date. Yeah, I'm really enjoying doing this. Every time I do it, it makes me feel so much better, and every time I do it I feel more and more leaning towards just not having stuff and not wanting to buy stuff. And I'm 100% gonna do a video also. I've got so many video ideas. Every single day I do YouTube, I just have more and more ideas that I want to make videos for you guys, and I get so excited. There's so many things I want to make videos about. It's insane. So another video I really want to do is charity shopping and buying secondhand, because that's something I've actually done since I was about 13 and I've loved it. So a lot of my clothes are secondhand, and in fact half of my wardrobe I would say is secondhand. There is a way of secondhand shopping to find the things that you want without having to spend a lot of money and without having to waste, or you know, contribute to the slave labour that's going on in a lot of our high street shops. So yes, look out for that in the future, and I will see you in my next one. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope it wasn't too boring and kind of pointless or obvious, but I thought, why not share it? If I'm doing it, I might as well share it. So yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye. You deserve happiness, you deserve recovery, you are worth being healthy and being happy. And I promise you, as cheesy as this sounds, things will get better, and I know